Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives star Kody has always been a very controversial figure. With each passing day, he does something out of the ordinary, and most of the time, it is something not so good. This time around, he did a similar thing. In the recent Sister Wives Season 19's tell-all, Kody tried to mess with Sukanya Krishnan while shooting for the show. However, he forgot that Sukanya is not like his ex-wives, or his fourth wife, Robin. The host quickly lashed out at him while the cameras were rolling. Kody was not expecting such a reaction and started nervously laughing mid-show. He was having a nasty temper tantrum, but the way Sukanya handled him is praiseworthy. She showed him the mirror and called out his toxic behavior. Kody tried to divert the topic, but Suki was adamant that she wanted to face him. It's funny how Kody tries to mess with women at every chance he gets, but when he is around guys, he is a completely different person. Does this mean that Kody is a man chauvinist? Sister Wives. Janelle says Kody is a failure. Janelle Brown is finally over Kody's idiotic tantrums. In a recent Sister Wives sit-down, Janelle said that she feels like Kody is a failure. He was unable to hold their joint family together, and he failed as a man. When asked if she'd want to be friends with them, she didn't pause and said it's a hard no. Janelle said she's fine making small talk if needed, but she has no interest in rebuilding any kind of friendship with them. Sister Wives. Kody and Sukanya get into a war of words. Kody has always been very rude and arrogant to everyone in his family. So naturally, his nasty behavior continued while he was talking to others. However, he made a huge mistake as he chose to test Suki's patience. During the tell-all, Kody and Sukanya were in the middle of a chat while the latter was asking a few questions. All of a sudden, Kody started having a temper tantrum. He told her that he would need her to shut up. Suki was not in the mood to take his attitude and slammed him, telling him that he couldn't shut her down. He pushed her limits and said that he could. This was one of the biggest mistakes he made, as Sukanya lashed out at him. He added that he could, but Suki made it clear that he couldn't. He then started making faces and dared Suki that he would not answer the questions. Sukanya Krishnan, like a pro, called out his man-child behavior. She told him that he could act like a baby, but it would be better if he started acting like an adult. Kody instantly sat up straight and started defending himself. He changed the topic and even answered the question without cajoling. It was hilarious to see how Suki set him straight. Foz was very pleased with her and wrote, "Dear TLC, it's time to cut Kody and Robin out." Another added, "Tries so hard to be a manly man, then acts like a petulant child." A third netizen said that TLC needs to penalize him and Robin for refusing to answer questions. Their behavior is pathetic. Janelle Brown is valuing her loved ones. The Sister Wives star admitted that she's not interested in having a bond with her ex Kody Brown, who is now in a monogamous relationship with Robin Brown. "I can still be very friendly with Kody," Janelle explained to host Sukanya Krishnan during the TLC series June 1st one-on-one special. "I never really had much of a relationship with Robin. I don't have hate or hard feelings, I just don't really want to know them. I could sit and talk to them," she continued. "That would be fine if it were all superficial. That's no big deal. I'm just not going to be buddies with them or go to lunch with them." While she can behave kindly with Kody, with whom she shares kids Logan Brown, 31, Madison Brush, 29, Hunter Brown, 28, the late Garrison Brown, 25, Gabriel Brown, 23, and Savannah Brown, 20, Janelle doesn't plan to deepen their relationship. "As far as trying to get together and make us interact, it's because I really wouldn't like that," the 56-year-old said. "I don't like them in that setting. I just don't like them. I don't want to be friends with them." As she simply put it, "I don't need it, I don't want it. I'm not looking for it." For Kody's ex-wives, including Mary Brown and Christine Brown, his relationship with Robin had been an ongoing point of contention in their home. Janelle sees his escalatingly negative behavior with his exes as a reaction to that dynamic. "I feel like a lot of people want to pin the blame on Robin," she mused. "I don't think that she is necessarily innocent in this. It takes two. I think, in a lot of ways, He's made himself more villainous to take away some of the blame from her. I don't remember him being this mean, she explained. All this stuff with rewriting history, I feel like he wants to focus on himself and not so much on Robin because there are a lot of accusations being thrown around about her. Janelle stressed that she disagrees with the thought that Robin broke up the family and that she never wanted a plural family. Meanwhile, Kody, who now claimed in the May 25th special that he never loved Mary, has vehemently rejected that his romance with Robin caused the downfall of his other marriages. He stressed, "My relationship with Robin hasn't been affected by these other relationships." Mary Brown says Kody Brown gave her hope for their marriage. Kody Brown claimed he was ready to divide himself from first wife Mary Brown shortly after their 1990 vows. But he led me to believe that he would work on things by saying, "Oh, Mary, when we move to Flagstaff, this will be a good time to have a new beginning for us," Mary shared in the September 15th premiere, referencing their 2018 move. Like he led me to believe those things. This is what he's done for many, many years. Her biggest gripe, she shared, is his lack of communication and how he really felt and what he really wanted or what he really didn't want and the story that he's been telling for all these years. And while Kody recognized that there may have been mixed messages, it was only because as he started to work on things, "I'm like, why would I do this?" he explained. "I would not court and date her now." Either way, Mary's friends were thrilled when she finally pulled the plug in early 2023. They're like, "Okay, we're here for you, we're supporting you." And it's about damn time, she confessed. Blinders off, she now feels that he had been trying to get her to walk away for years by saying he didn't love her, because if he can push me out and I leave, he's not the bad guy because he didn't walk away. Kody Brown wanted to sell Coyote Pass. Years after the family bought the 14-acre plot of land they planned to build on in Flagstaff, Arizona, Kody confessed in the season premiere that he was ready to let the dream wither. Unable to build without paying off the full $820,000 price tag, which the family allegedly did in 2023, he told remaining wife Robin Brown, "I'd almost rather scrap it or sell it and then just start again somewhere else." As for Robin, "I can't talk about that," she replied. "That is so not where I'm at." Janelle Brown left Kody Brown for this reason. While second wife Janelle Brown earlier told E! News, "We just kind of started to grow apart." Eventually, it was Kody's lapses as a parent to some of their kids that pushed her to leave. "The big spark for me was when his relationship broke down with my children and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it," explained the mom to Logan Brown, Madison Brown Brush, Hunter Brown, Garrison Brown, Gabriel Brown, and Savannah Brown. "And I thought, okay, that was what was really holding me here." Even when Kody broached the idea of reconciling in the November 3rd show, it was a non-negotiable for Janelle. "I don't know how I would ever reconcile with him and have him not have a relationship with my kids," she said. "No, I'm going to always choose my kids." Kody Brown feels he's been excommunicated from his own family. That was the reason Kody gave for not working harder to mend the rifts he was experiencing with several of his adult children. "I don't fit in the family anymore," he griped in the September 15th show. Noting he was still fully married to Robin and parenting their 5 kids together, Dayton Brown, Aurora Brown, Brianna Brown, Solomon Brown, and Ariella Brown, he added, "And then I have some relationship with some of the other kids, and it's infrequent. And so I'm like, what do I do with all of this? It doesn't feel like a family." Robin Brown and Kody Brown's marriage was on shaky ground. Despite being truly monogamous for the first time in their 14-year union, "We're probably doing the worst we've ever done in our marriage," Robin admitted in the season 19 premiere. "It's been tough between us." He doesn't know who to blame, himself or one of the other wives. Kody's feeling a lot of rejection, and so I think he's kind of looking at me going, "Are you going to reject me too?" As a result, she revealed, "I'm on my toes. I'm having to consistently make sure that he is not sabotaging our relationship. The hardest part," she summed up, "there's no resource to help with the idea that I'm still married to a man who's going through divorces." Kody, meanwhile, was having a crisis of confidence, saying, "I can't look myself in the mirror and say, 'Hey, dude, I love you.'" For Robin, it was a struggle to watch her former sister wives accept their new era. They're all moving on, she noted in the October 27th episode. I feel like the idiot that got left behind. Madison Brush isn't speaking to her dad. Add Janelle's eldest daughter Madison to the list of kids Kody doesn't currently have a relationship with. I know that Maddie has not had any conversations with her dad, Janelle revealed during the premiere. She's not called him, and she doesn't have any relationship with Robin. She's pretty much written them both off. At issue, said Janelle, is Kody having a half-hearted connection with Maddie's kids Axel, Evangeline, and Josephine. She doesn't really want him to have any contact unless he can commit to it. As a result, Janelle shared in the September 22nd episode, Kody did sort of cut off communication with Maddie and her husband Caleb Brush, whose sister was married to Kody's brother, when the family started to really dissolve. With Kody not coming or calling, Maddie has been mama bear to the extreme, added Janelle. She has felt like until he can be consistent and show up and not be dramatic that she feels like it's probably better if they don't know about him. And while Robin noted she's been pushing Kody to reach out and mend things, she said, I think the kids should be doing the same thing, too. For now, though, Kody doesn't seem ready to repair the split, griping that every time he spoke to his daughter, it was a fish for gossip, and I got tired of it. Kody Brown claimed he never loved Mary Brown. While spending time together on their 32nd anniversary, he was alluding to the fact that he never loved me and he felt like he had to marry me. Mary shared in a chat with her friend Brandy during the September 15th premiere. And I said to him, Kody, I know you loved me. And if he didn't, the mom to Leon Brown said in an interview, why did he ever propose? When a single young man meets a single young woman, why would he choose to marry her and just confirm and force love for her when he didn't love her? She wondered. How evil is that? To pick me out of a crowd and just be like, I pick you to try to force myself to love for the next 32 years? Kody's reaction, he shared in his own confessional. Oh, Mary has her little accusations now. Fine, she can say whatever she wants. I'm not going to comment on it. Though, he would share that they never enjoyed a honeymoon time. This marriage was on the rocks the entire marriage, he claimed on the October 20th episode. And how would I know that? Because I had such a better bond with Janelle, with Christine, with Robin. He admitted he should have gotten out of the relationship 25 years ago, but he stayed out of fear, noting, leadership will never allow you to marry again if you're discarding wives. Janelle Brown threatened legal action against Kody Brown. Though she was undecided on if she'd like to build on Coyote Pass or simply sell it off, Janelle noted that step one was paying off the Arizona property. And with Kody unwilling to talk to her about the situation, I think I'm going to have to lawyer up, she confessed to former sister wife Christine Brown in the September 22nd episode. Because I think that's the only way I'm ever going to get any kind of decision out of him. And Janelle recognized that without a legal marriage to Kody, I really have no legal rights to make any kind of claim on Kody's property. As she put it, it's not like I'm just calling a lawyer and saying I need to divorce this person. No, it's really complicated because there's no formal marriage. Kody Brown supposedly divulged private information to his other wives. Kody's excuse for not talking with Janelle about their Arizona property is that he no longer trusted her. We will pay off the property when the time comes, he insisted in a confessional during the September 22nd show, and I'm not giving you any details about what I'm doing or whatever, because I'm tired of disclosing information that goes through the gossip mill of our broken family. A bit of a pot calling the kettle black, Janelle said in her own interview. He leaks like a sieve, she shared. He told me stuff about his other relationships and his other wives that I was like, I don't think you're supposed to be telling me that. Family money paid for Robin Brown's house. Back when the family's love was still growing rather than dividing, they used to pool their money into one pot. We would use all the resources to help one person, then we would all gather to support the other person, Janelle explained on the September 22nd episode. That's how it always worked until the last 10 years or so. And all of a sudden it's been about my estate, and everyone needs their own estate. So when Robin was in need of a home in Arizona, they all pitched in to buy her $1.65 million 5-bedroom spread, which was put for sale this past August. The intention was that it would be an asset for the family, said Robin. But when Janelle suggested that they all put their names on the mortgage, she was rebuffed. Kody was like, No, we need to protect Robin's estate, Janelle recalled. So now that she's extricating herself from the family, continued Janelle, she'd like her portion of the Kody Pass proceeds, and I'd like to recoup some of the money I put into Robin's house. But that could be a tough sell. We were working together for so long, noted Robin. And with Janelle saying she's due money from them, Robin added, it's like, how do you calculate? How do you figure that out? It's so confusing. Janelle Brown questioned how Kody Brown handled the family money. Griping about the family's inability to pay off Kody Pass, Janelle said Kody claimed to have all these other bills. And, yet, she's watched him snap up other assets like trailers and home decor. I see all the art on their walls, she said of Robin and Kody's home. I see all these things. And that's fine. I have money, and I've spent it on things, too. For his part, Kody said much of his cash went to getting cars, basically had a fleet, and insurance for the kids. And while Janelle acknowledged she wasn't sure how Kody and Robin handled their finances, I used to always be surprised at how nice her backyard was. It was completely finished. And there was always, stuff at her house. And I was like, wow. Huh. Bottom line, she said, he doesn't prioritize what I need or what I want. And that issue finally wore her down. I think after a while, I began to see it and my kids were getting very angry about it like my adult children. Like, what the hell, Mom? Robin's take, however, was that she was very careful with her spending after her first marriage fell apart. I used to be not so great with money, she shared during the September 22nd show. When I was young, I had hard knocks, and then I learned during my divorce really how to budget myself very, very well. As for her fellow sister wives, she said, you just must have had a different priority of where your money was going to go than I did. That's all. Janelle Brown and Christine Brown Woolley see their kids as the core group of the family. At the moment, Janelle acknowledged in the September 22nd episode, while she and Christine, mom to Aspen Brown, Michael T. Brown Padrone, Paydon Brown, Gwendolyn Brown, Isabel Brown, and Truly Brown get together with their broods, there's no contact, really, with Mary or Robin or Kody. I don't really foresee that's going to change much. Kody Brown thinks his wives leaving hurt his relationship with the kids. Calling their setup with 4 homes on one cul-de-sac during their stretch in Las Vegas the best time of my life, Kody said. Everything was going along smoothly and Maddie and Caleb were around, and it was great having them around. And I loved Caleb. He was definitely like family. But things started to fall apart in Arizona as they clashed over coronavirus-related measures. Then when his marriages fell apart, he said his bonds with the kids followed. It just made all those relationships go sour. But Christine claimed there were issues well before she announced she was leaving in late 2021. All the kids that were frustrated way before I left, she said on the September 22nd show. My leaving didn't change his kids' relationship with him. Kody can still fix his relationships with his children, though it'll definitely take some work. I'm so angry about how I've been treated that I haven't gotten past that, Kody stated. Here's the thing, is I'm not willing to take blame for things that my wife or ex-wife is sitting there telling them that I did. I hope the time comes when the contempt will subside. We'll be able to find forgiveness and love again. Kody was not expecting such a reaction and started nervously laughing mid-show. He was having a nasty temper tantrum, but the way Sakanya handled him is praiseworthy. She showed him the mirror and called out his toxic behavior. Kody tried to divert the topic, but Suki was adamant that she wanted to face him. It's funny how Kody tries to mess with women at every chance he gets, but when he is around guys, he is a completely different person. Does this mean that Kody is a man chauvinist? Sister Wives, Janelle says Kody is a failure. Janelle Brown is finally over Kody's idiotic tantrums. In a recent Sister Wives sit-down, Janelle said that she feels like Kody is a failure. He was unable to hold their joint family together, and he failed as a man. When asked if she'd want to be friends with them, she didn't pause and said it's a hard no. Janelle said she's fine making small talk if needed, but she has no interest in rebuilding any kind of friendship with them. Sister Wives, Kody and Sakanya get into a war of words. Kody has always been very rude and arrogant to everyone in his family. So naturally, his nasty behavior continued while he was talking to others. However, he made a huge mistake as he chose to test Suki's patience. During the tell-all, Kody and Sakanya were in the middle of a chat while the latter was asking a few questions. All of a sudden, Kody started having a temper tantrum. He told her that he would need her to shut up. Suki was not in the mood to take his attitude and slammed him, telling him that he couldn't shut her down. He pushed her limits and said that he could. This was one of the biggest mistakes he made, as Sakanya lashed out at him. He added that he could, but Suki made it clear that he couldn't. He then started making faces and dared Suki that he would not answer the questions.